Good Monday morning. I hope you all are staying dry. This week we're going to work on inferences and for the most part as our reading skill. And we might be working on test-taking strategies. We'll see how far we get in inferences. So I wanted to talk with you for a couple of minutes about what inferences were, how to make them, and then show you where to access your homework for Wednesday. Okay. So when you infer, you read between the lines. Okay. It's the same as finding the implied main idea. It's not directly stated in what you're reading. So sometimes we call it making inferences, drawing conclusions, okay, making an educated guess. All of those are when you look very closely and very critically at what the author gives you. Okay. So look at this picture here and find two inferences that are most logically based on the information given. All right, let's check and see if you got them right. Okay, answers A and D were the logical inferences. Okay, for A, the help wanted sign indicates that the restaurant is seriously understaffed. It would be logical then to infer that the restaurant cannot provide patrons with a good dining experience. And then D, experience tells us that good managers are able to hire and retain qualified employees. This help wanted sign suggests the opposite. Okay? The lack of staff has caused a couple to decide against dining there. Clearly, it's not a way to run a business. So A and D are logical inferences. Okay? So what I want you to do now is I want you to pause the video and you're going to read the passages and find the two inferences that are most firmly based on the information given. So go ahead and hit pause. Okay, so let's check and see if you are correct. The two inferences are C and E. Professor knew there were more than one way to punctuate the words, and gender differences cause students to read and punctuate them differently. So if you got C and E, good job. Okay, we're going to do it again. So get ready to pause, and you're going to find three inferences that can be most logically drawn. Go ahead and pause. Okay, so let's check and see if you were correct. B, E, and F are the logical inferences. We can infer that Albert since he tried to pet the rat, that he was not afraid of them. We could infer that he associated the noise with the rat. And since the noise is what made him afraid of the rat, we have to infer that he was afraid of the noise. Okay, and because of that, experience tells us that babies are likely to be frightened of unexpected loud noises. So B, E, and F. Okay, so here are some guidelines for making an inference. So number one, don't lose sight of what's available. You have to base your inference on the information given by the author. You have to be able to go back into the text and point, this is what the author wrote, and therefore this is the base for my inference. So the second thing that you need to think about is your background knowledge and experience. So think of it as a mathematical equation. It's the author's text plus your prior knowledge equals a logical, valid inference. Okay? And you want to look at multiple alternatives. Don't just accept the first one that comes into mind. Consider all the facts. Look at what all the context of the paragraph or passage, and then make your logical, valid inference. Okay? We do this with graphs and tables and charts. because they combine words and visual representations. Okay? And so authors in our textbooks provide large amounts of material and they organize them into graphs and tables. Okay? And a lot of times these graphs and tables show comparisons or changes over time. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. So look at this graph, and can you find the three logical inferences that are based on the graph? Go ahead and pause and see what you can come up with. Okay. Are you ready to see if you were correct? The three inferences that you can make are 1, 4, and 6. How many of you, if you got 1, 4, and 6, give yourself a high five? Okay. So some things to keep in mind. Think of the mathematical equation. We have to use the information provided, we have to use our background knowledge, and we have to create an educated or valid inference. Okay? We do this all the time in all contexts. But for some reason, when we're looking at it in text, it becomes a little funky. So I'm going to show you your homework. It's posted on Blackboard. Okay? It is, oops, sorry, I don't know if I can make this bigger, but it's an article called Found Old Ship in Great Lakes. So you're going to read the article. It's just 2 pages, and then there is a page of inference questions. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3 inference questions where you have to write your inference and then go back into the text and find author's words and phrases to support the inference that you made. Okay, so that's your homework for Wednesday, is to do this Found Old Ship in Great Lake and send me your answers. You can take a picture of it and email it to me. You can scan it in the last page and email it to me. You can type your answers in the text of an email and send it to me. But please make sure when you email me, in the subject box, you put what the assignment is. So you can write inference article or old ship article, so that whenever I'm uploading grades, I know that I've got them all. Okay. I'm going to upload as soon as I finish grading your concept maps. I'm going to upload those grades this week, so you should see those coming. Thank you to those of you who send them to me. And I will email you again on Wednesday with another assignment. Okay, take care.